Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English Daily Story Channel, your daily English practice. I'm Anna.
And I'm Tom. And today we have a very special story for you.
It's about a simple train ride that completely changed someone's life.
So sit back, relax, and let's begin.
Tom, have you ever had one of those days where everything feels heavy?
Oh yes, those days when your chest feels tight, your mind feels tired, and even small things feel difficult.
Exactly. That's how Daniel felt on a rainy Tuesday morning.
He was standing on a crowded train platform, holding a cup of coffee that had already gone cold.
His shoulders were tense, his jaw was clenched, his eyes looked tired.
He hadn't slept well. Again.
Daniel was 28 years old. He worked in a big office.
Good salary, good apartment, good life, at least from the outside. But inside?
Daniel felt empty. Every day was the same.
Wake up, rush to work, sit in front of a computer.
Come home exhausted, scroll on his phone, sleep, repeat.
That morning, as the train arrived with a loud screech, Daniel whispered to himself.
I can't keep living like this. But he didn't know what to change. He didn't even know what he wanted.
The train was crowded. People pushed inside like a wave. Daniel found a small seat by the window and sat down.
Raindrops slid slowly across the glass. He stared outside without really seeing anything, just gray buildings, gray sky, gray life.
Then suddenly, someone sat next to him, a small, elderly woman.
She wore a bright yellow scarf. Her eyes were warm and lively, very different from everyone else on the train.
She smiled at Daniel. Not a polite smile, a real one.
You look like someone carrying a heavy bag, she said softly.
Daniel blinked. He wasn't expecting anyone to talk. Sorry? He replied.
She pointed gently at his chest. Here, she said. You look heavy here.
Daniel felt surprised. How could a stranger see that?
He tried to laugh. Just tired, he said. But the woman shook her head slowly. No, she said. Not tired. Lost.
Her words hit him like a sudden wind. Lost.
Yes, that was exactly how he felt.
Daniel hesitated. He normally never talked to strangers, but something about her calm voice made him feel safe.
Do you ever feel like you're living someone else's life? He asked quietly. The woman nodded immediately.
Many times, she said. And what did you do? Daniel asked. She smiled again. I got off the train.
Daniel looked confused. What train?
She laughed softly. The wrong one.
He stared at her. He didn't understand, but he felt curious.
For the first time that morning, he felt awake.
The woman looked out the window as she began speaking.
When I was your age, she said, I worked in a bank. Everyone said it was a perfect job.
She paused. But every morning I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Daniel felt his heart beat faster. That sounded familiar. One day, she continued, I was sitting on a train just like this, and I realized something.
She looked at Daniel. Her eyes were shining.
I realized I was traveling in the right direction, but toward the wrong destination.
Daniel felt chills on his arms. He whispered, What did you do?
She smiled. I got off the next station.
Daniel leaned forward. And then?
Then I did something very scary, she said. She took a deep breath. I chose a different life.
She explained how she quit her job, how everyone thought she was crazy, how her family worried about her, how she felt terrified, but also alive.
I opened a small bookshop, she said. Her face lit up.
I had very little money, but every day I felt happy.
Daniel listened carefully. His heart felt warm.
Like something inside him was slowly waking up. Outside, the rain began to stop. Sunlight slowly broke through the clouds.
The train grew quieter. Many people had gotten off.
Daniel realized something strange. For the first time in months,
His shoulders felt relaxed. His breathing felt calm.
I don't know what I want, he admitted.
The woman nodded. "That's okay," she said gently.
You don't need to know the destination yet.
She smiled. "You only need to know this. You don't have to stay on the wrong train."
Her words stayed in the air. Simple, but powerful.
The train slowed down. An announcement played.
Next station. The woman stood up slowly.
Daniel felt sudden panic. He didn't want her to leave.
Not yet, he said. How do I know when it's time to get off?
She looked at him kindly. Then she placed her hand gently over his.
You'll know, she said, because staying will hurt more than leaving.
And with that, she stepped off the train.
The doors closed. The train began moving again. Daniel watched her through the window.
She walked away slowly, her yellow scarf bright in the sunlight.
Daniel sat silently. His heart felt full. His mind felt clear.
For the first time in years, he asked himself an honest question. What do I actually want?
And suddenly, he knew his answer.
He pressed the stop button. The train slowed.
Next station. He stood up.
Took a deep breath, and stepped off.
Let's continue Daniel's story.
The moment he stepped off the train, his life began to change.
Daniel stood on the quiet platform. The train doors closed behind him.
With a loud rush of wind, the train left, and suddenly, everything was silent.
No crowded voices, no rushing footsteps, no phone notifications.
Just Daniel, standing alone.
His heart was beating fast, not from fear.
But from something new, something unfamiliar, something exciting.
What am I doing? He whispered to himself. For a moment, panic tried to creep in.
His mind shouted, "You're late for work. You'll get in trouble. This is irresponsible."
But then he remembered the old woman's words.
You don't have to stay on the wrong train.
His breathing slowly calmed. He looked around.
And for the first time in years, he noticed his surroundings.
The station was small, almost empty.
Birds were singing nearby. Warm sunlight touched the platform. There was a small park just outside the station.
Green trees, wooden benches, a quiet walking path.
Daniel walked slowly toward it. Every step felt strange.
Like he was walking in a new world.
He sat on a bench and took a deep breath.
A real deep breath, the kind he hadn't taken in years.
For the first time, he wasn't rushing anywhere.
He wasn't checking the time. He wasn't worrying about emails.
He simply sat there, feeling the sunlight on his face.
Listening to the wind moving through the trees.
And suddenly, he felt something inside his chest.
Not tightness, not stress, but lightness.
Daniel closed his eyes and asked himself something he had avoided for years.
What actually makes me happy?
At first, his mind was blank.
He realized something shocking. He didn't know the answer.
For years, he had been living by expectations.
His parents' expectations, society's expectations, his boss's expectations.
But his own dreams? They were buried deep inside.
He sat quietly, and slowly,
Memories began to rise.
he remembered being a child, drawing for hours, filling notebooks with sketches.
Buildings, people, street scenes.
He remembered how alive he felt when he drew. Time would disappear.
His mind would feel calm. His heart would feel full.
But then, life happened.
Art isn't practical, people told him. You need a real career.
Be responsible. Be safe.
So Daniel stopped drawing. He studied business.
Got a stable job and forgot his dream.
Until now.
His eyes opened suddenly. His heart started beating faster.
I loved drawing, he whispered.
I really loved it.
Daniel pulled out his phone. His hands were shaking slightly.
He opened his work email. He stared at the screen.
For years, he had been afraid to do anything risky.
Afraid to disappoint people. Afraid to fail.
But now, something felt different.
He typed slowly. Dear Mr. Carter.
I will not be coming to work today. I need time to think about my future.
I apologize for the sudden message. Daniel.
His finger hovered over the send button. His heart pounded. His chest felt tight again.
Then he remembered the old woman's voice. Staying will hurt more than leaving.
He pressed send.
And just like that, a wave of relief washed over him.
Daniel began walking through the neighborhood. He didn't know where he was going.
But he didn't need to. For once, he was simply exploring.
Soon, he saw a small cafe. It looked cozy, warm lights inside.
Soft music playing, the smell of fresh coffee in the air.
He stepped in and immediately felt comfortable.
A young barista smiled. Good morning. What can I get you?
Daniel smiled back, a genuine smile, not a polite one.
Coffee, he said. Just coffee.
He sat by the window, watching people walk by slowly.
And then he noticed something.
On a nearby shelf, there were sketchbooks, art supplies, pencils.
A small sign said, free to use, draw while you relax.
Daniel's heart skipped. He stood up slowly.
Walked toward the shelf and picked up a pencil.
His hands trembled slightly. It had been years.
He opened a blank page, stared at it, took a deep breath.
And began to draw.
At first, his lines were shaky, uncertain, nervous.
But slowly, his hand remembered.
His mind relaxed, his breathing slowed.
And something magical happened.
The tight feeling in his chest disappeared, completely.
Time passed. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour.
Daniel didn't notice. He was lost in drawing, just like when he was a child.
For the first time in years, he felt fully alive.
When he finally stopped, he looked at his drawing. It was the cafe.
Warm, detailed, beautiful.
The barista walked over. Her eyes widened.
Wow, she said softly. Did you draw that?
Daniel nodded shyly.
She smiled. You have real talent.
Those simple words hit him deeply.
Not because of the compliment, but because they confirmed something he already felt.
He loved this. He truly loved this.
And suddenly, everything became clear.
He didn't just step off a train that morning.
He stepped back into his true self.